Hi, today I want to talk about 3 reasons why I like to fly indoor with my DJI Mavic and Phantom 4 Pro. Let's talk about it. Okay, so there are 3 reasons why I like to fly indoors. And number 1 reason, of course, is that I cannot fly outdoor. Right now, in my area, I live near an airport. So the rule in Canada is that if you live near the airport, 3 or 4 kilometers within that zone, you cannot fly. You have to, in my case, for example, I need to drive 15 minutes from where I live in order to fly freely. And that's a problem, right? So this is why I like to fly indoor, because I can fly anyway, anytime I want. As you can see here in my video, I'm using my Mavic Air. And if you look at the video right there, yeah, I'm trying to start it up. Now the thing with the flying indoor, you have to make sure you turn off your sensors and that you have full control of your joystick. So you have to do it very gently and make sure you have, move the joystick very slightly so that you don't hit any walls. In fact, I would recommend you buy one of those prop guards, right? But in this case, I was kind of lazy. So, and I have very used to my drones. I have full control of it. I'm quite good at it, and I'm very careful how I fly. So you can see here, I have full control of it, and I take my time when I fly and make sure that I check everything. That leads me to the second point. So flying indoor, you can test your skills, right? So that's number 2 reason, is that when you fly indoor, you can actually test your skills. It's been like, right now it's winter, right? So you're gonna have to wait another 4 months before spring comes. And yeah, so for me, if I practice once a week indoor with my drones, I'm gonna be ready for the spring when I'm flying it. So flying indoors, as long as you have enough space, it's a good practice, with the drone. And that brings me to a third point. So when you're flying with the drones, you can also find out what's wrong with it, and maybe you want to give it a check. Is the battery okay? Is number 3 reason, is the firmware updated? So let me show you right now. I have a video. I actually found out that my Phantom 4 Pro V2 need updating. Okay, so here I was trying to fly my Phantom 4 Pro V2, and I realized that, let me show you the video, illustrate that. There we go. I was actually checking out and I couldn't fly because it said I need to update my firmware. It took me about 10-15 minutes to do that. So this is why it's important that you check before you go fly outdoor. You check the firmware. And so that's what I did indoor. I checked whether I could fly indoor, and I realized, oh, wait a minute, I have to update my firmware. And so those are the 3 main reasons. Let me review that again. Number 1, if you live in a restrictive zone, like near the airport, you cannot fly outdoor unless you drive about 15 minutes away. And that's in my case. So make sure that you need to practice those maneuvers. You can fly indoor. Number 2, of course, yeah, you have practice. You can practice indoor as many as you want. There is no restrictive policy when you fly indoor. This is your space. So the government has no control over your roof. So when you're flying, that's your airspace. That's your space. So you can fly. That's not a problem. I'm talking about Canada. In Canada, we don't have any issue with that. Number 3, of course, if you're uploading your or flying your drones, you may have to upload your firmware. And maybe you check also your batteries and all that stuff as well, any hardware, software interface. So this is an opportunity for you to do that as well when you're flying indoor. So that's what I did. I was able to update my firmware while I was flying indoor. And I'm ready for spring and summer when I'm flying again, which I can't wait to do that. All right, so thanks for watching EducateTube.com. Woohoo!